All right, it's time for a weekly update. We didn't do one last week because the weather wouldn't allow it, and today it's rained all day. But we're going to do it anyways. We're going to suck it up and be men about it. So of course she's not. She's still be a woman.
I'll be a buttercup.
She'll still be a woman. Anyways, this week the weather didn't cooperate real well, but we did get a fair bit done. I got 2 beds, the top 2 beds here. Compost spread, forked good, and I got wood chips in the walkways, which I like wood chips in the walkways. Keeps everything clean, neat, nice and neat, pretty. It helps fungus in the soil. It's just pretty. It keeps the weeds down. So yeah, wood chips. I don't have enough compost. I'll probably be able to do about half, this bed about half as deep as I did them 2, but this bed here's got a lot more in it left from last year anyway. So this is the bed we had the potatoes in, and I kept putting grass clippings and stuff in it as it grew. So there's a fair bit of organic matter in it, but the rest of those, I won't have any compost for those, at least good compost. I'll have some out of the chicken yard, out of the old chicken yard, but it's not quite ready to spread. But I'll just fork it and get some good organic compost, or organic fertilizer, which we have. So I'll just use it in them, and I'll use fish emulsion, which we have. So that's what we'll do in the rest of those beds. Of course, some of those are going to be corn anyway, so I won't need a whole lot in them, just nitrogen, which will be the fish emulsion. We did have some birds over here. There was a nest when I planted these raspberries a few weeks ago. If you remember right, there was a nest right there. All 4 of them, all 4 eggs hatched. Yesterday I noticed they was hatched, and yesterday afternoon Heather noticed they was gone. So I don't know. I didn't think they were big enough to leave, but they must have been big enough to leave the nest. I don't know.
They was teeny tiny.
But they disappeared for sure. I'm not going to walk down there, but the horseradish I planted last week, it's coming up pretty good. A lot of the comfrey that I got from Pasture Farms is coming up. I looked at it yesterday. There's a lot of that coming up. Let's go up here and check out where the chickens are now. We moved them yesterday morning before we opened. They seem to be happy where they're at now. For now.
Right by the garden.
Right by the garden. Fence is off, so you watch. Oh no.
Make sure the fence is off.
I looked and seen the light was off before I touched it. But it's off.
That would not be funny.
It would for you all, would for me. But anyway, we moved them out here yesterday morning. It's been raining off and on since we were going to move it before, but every time we wanted to move them, it rained. So we didn't get to move them real good. But they're happy. We'll let them here for a few more days. I'll probably move their chick shell tomorrow up a little bit, so I don't want all that poop in one spot, because there's nothing in the bottom of it. They'll just poop. Their poop falls straight through, and I don't want all that in one spot. So I'll move it up a little bit, and then they can have this area for a couple more days, and then we'll move them. I'm not sure where, because there's so much junk in here laying. I'll have to move them over by the raspberries. Will be the next whole move. So that's that. I didn't get the fence up around the garden, but I think we're going to get more of this and just use this around the garden. Hopefully that keeps the deer out. I don't know, if they touch it, it's going to shock them. So hopefully they don't jump it and not have to worry about it. That's the cheapest and easiest way to put a fence up. Go over here for a second, and I'll show you something that we got this year. We will have, next week, we'll have shirts like this, just t-shirts, but they'll be just like this on our online store next week.
Hopefully.
I'm not sure when they'll be on, but they'll be next week sometime. But this year we did do fruit trees, which we've been asked by many people to do fruit trees, and we did them. And yesterday, opening day, we sold 9 of them so far. So it wasn't a total wash. Far from getting rid of all of them. But we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but it's still good. We got a bunch of apples, plums, and peaches. We were supposed to get pears, but the company we bought these off of said there's a national pear tree shortage. Is that true? I have no idea. But we were supposed to get 10 pear trees, and we never got them. They just doubled up our peaches and plums, which...
What all kinds do we have?
We have Golden Dorset, Jonathan, Golden Crisp, not Golden Crisp, Honey Crisp, and Red Delicious. We were supposed to have 10 of the Golden Dorsets and 10 of the Red Delicious. We never even, which was 20 trees. We never even got 20 apple trees. But what do? You know, they didn't even let us know. We found out when the FedEx freight brought them here the other day, Friday, sorry, Friday in the rain. That's when we knew what we got. But we didn't get what we wanted, but we got them. So, and we sold 3 or 4 pears, and there are peaches and a couple plums too. So it's all good. One more thing we did new this year is I put a bucket over this because it's wet. But if you come and bring your kids and they want to feed the chickens, put a quarter in the machine, get some food out, and it'll fall out just like a bubble gum machine. And you can take it down there and feed them. The heat just kicked on in the greenhouse. We'll walk over this way for now.
Little thing for the kids to do.
Yep, something for the kids. They always wanted to feed them, and I don't have an issue with them feeding the birds. I just want to make sure they give them the food I want them to eat, not just a donut.
Yeah, they don't need to fatten up.
Yeah.
They just need good stuff.
Exactly. But our peas is coming up nice, as you can see, and then the spinach is coming up really nice. Starting to rain again. That's okay though. Kale's coming up with some weeds. I need to get some weeds pulled, and our onions are starting to look pretty good.
Yeah.
So I want to get, I don't know if the weather ever cooperates, I want to get carrots and lettuce in this bed. Yeah, and there's 2 beds, and I need to get another trellis up for pole beans, but it's been, well, as you can see, the weather's been like this forever, which I'm not complaining. It's going to be dry this summer, I'm sure. And this is where the chickens were. If you watched Saturday's video, yeah, if you watched Saturday's video, you've seen this almost tore apart. But look how deep this compost is. I don't know how much compost we're going to end up with, but there's a lot there.
Pretty deep, because it started.
And I'm not sure that I'm on the ground
level.
right here either. It's, you know, yeah, right there's the ground level. So there's a lot there.
Yeah.
So I need to get this mess cleaned up. Last week we were getting asparagus starting to come up, and then we got 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, one. It got down to 24 degrees, and it froze the tops of them out. So, but I did notice it starting to come back too. Actually, let me walk over and see. I noticed yesterday it wasn't totally gone. Yeah, there's some fresh coming up.
Ooh.
Some fresh, but you can see what happened when it got cold the other day. It just turned to mush. There's a fair bit planted in here, but there's ain't a whole lot coming up yet, but it's still pretty early. There's another piece down there coming, but our walking onions are coming up nice. So that's one good thing. Compost that we had back there is what I put in the big garden. If you didn't see me screen it, I'll put the link to that video below. And I'm almost out, like I said earlier. I ain't got enough for that, and this compost here isn't quite ready yet. I need to pile it up and let it get hot a couple times and flip it at least two times before I want to put it on the garden, just to make sure it's good. It here's starting to flower. Everything's looking like almost like weeds, but not quite. The kales and mustards are.
It looks like a pretty flower bed.
It does look pretty in here. I mean, it really does.
Come in and see yellow.
Yeah, but this bed down below, I'm going to get it cleaned out here in the next couple days. I pulled a bunch of stuff out and fed it to the chickens earlier.
And I took out the onions.
And we sold a bunch of those yesterday on our opening day.
We still have some left.
We still have
so
some.
If you're interested.
Yep, we still have some left. But yesterday's opening day was a pretty good opening day for us. We're quite happy, or I'm quite happy with how it turned out. We was pretty busy. I'd like to get more things done around here, but waiting on customers is what it's all about. So if I got to work a little harder through the week than I can on the weekends, I guess that's what it is. It's not that big a deal. But this bed up here is where our cherry tomatoes are going to go, hopefully this week. But it's supposed to snow Tuesday, so I don't know that I'll get any tomatoes put in. But our ginger's going down here, and I can put it in it whenever I get to it. So And all this stuff's going to seed anyways. It's starting to get kind of tart, so it's not fit to eat anymore anyhow. The chickens love it, but it's not fit for us. I think good to eat in here is these here flowers off the kale. Them kale flowers are delicious.
The chickens will enjoy it.
Oh yeah, they will. Them taste so good like that.
I cut some off for a salad that we'll have this week, and it'll be our last fresh salad until the new comes up in the gardens outside.
But our lettuce looks good. That's going in there.
Yeah.
Now I'll take you down and give you a quick run of the greenhouse. I got a mess up here. I need to get this cleaned up. Having a mess like that drives me insane. Like that. There's a mess over there too, but you don't want to see it. That's different.
I need to go to the garbage and take stuff.
Yeah. So we got a light up there on the door. It's a motion light, right? You'd think it come on at nighttime. No, it comes on when it's daylight outside. When it's dark outside, it don't come on. I guess it can't see you when it's dark, so it don't want to come on. I can't see it when it's dark either.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but it is a pain in the butt. But anyways, to give a quick tour, I'm not going to walk around in here too much. We have taken some stuff to the auction. As you can see, the tomato plants on that far end. On the far end are shorter because they're different tomatoes than what was there. We took 20 trays to the auction Thursday evening for Friday's auction. I have no idea how they sold, how much they went for. I couldn't tell you. But strawberry hangers. These hangers here are starting to fill out and look really pretty. We sold a couple of these yesterday. There's a lot of unopened blooms on them. Till Mother's Day comes around, these things are going to be clear full of blooms. Some of these here's looking good. Filling out really nice.
Yeah, that's got red and purple.
Red and purple. Sweet potato vine.
Sweet potato vine.
Yeah, they look good.
That's the full sun one. And then our pansies.
Pansies, they look good. We sold several of those yesterday. I was surprised how many vegetables we sold yesterday. It's too early to plant vegetables, but a lot went.
I think they just want to get before they
I think they do want to get before they sell out. I think you're right. We need to go through, and some of the marigolds are gone. We got to even fill some of these spaces back in. We got plenty of marigolds down underneath. We sold a few succulents. Actually, we need to take off our store because what Stephanie bought from out of that trade zone store. These here, same as the ones down below. These here are starting to look pretty good. Get this down. They're starting to fill in nice.
Yep.
Got some yellow on them. Going to have some purple here soon. Yeah, we got a fair bit left in here, which of course we only was open one day. We also have onion sets. We're going to have sweet potato slips in a few weeks. Thanks. The fans were on. She just turned them off. She can turn them off with her phone. I'm not smart enough to have that app on mine. But anyway, we got strawberries, strawberry hangers. We got a fair bit of flowers. They're starting to come out, starting to bloom.
Everything's growing nice.
We had a good day, so I want to thank everybody that came out yesterday and supported us. It was nice of you all.
Hope to see more of you throughout the season.
Too. There were still some nice succulents and some nice cats and kittens, or hens and chicks, or whatever they call them. With the wild violet in there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I throw stuff down, she gets mad at me, then she swoops it up. Actually, her mom usually swoops it up. So.
Our cleaning lady.
Thanks, Mama. Yeah, so hopefully this week we get our lettuce in. Our lettuce, I'll show you what our lettuce looks like that I'm going to put in the garden. That's where I'm going to plant these. So, and they look good. I mean, all these look good.
Yeah.
So it won't take long for us to get salad once I get those in the ground. But I'll wait till after Tuesday. We're supposed to get an inch of snow on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day. I'll wait till after that to get them in. And the carrots, it'd be nice to have the carrots in now because it's getting rain like we are. They take them a good bit to germinate and get growing, but it is what it is. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. If anybody has anything they want to see that I didn't go over, I know this was short and sweet and to the point, but if you have anything you have questions on, chickens or whatever, I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for sharing our journey. We appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Make sure you go check out our online store. You can order soaps and lotions and whatever else. We have a fair bit of stuff on there. We'll probably put our onion sets on there too, actually, and start shipping those with our garlics and that kind of thing. So, till we meet again, take care and God bless.